It has recently come to our attention that humanity has become very concerned about the threat of bird flu transferring itself from the birds to human beings, and then becoming a virus that will jump from human being to human being. Here is a very concerned human being looking for information about this terrible, threatening pandemic. He is very concerned for the safety of his family, and of course for himself. An average, typical human. Hardworking, but not suspecting that it was possible for a virus in a computer virus, to make a transfer from the computer into him. A computer virus jumping from machine to human. The only thing is, will it jump from human to human? We can only hope that it won't. The computer may yet have the last word. This can be prevented with the use of the ABG antivirus program.
Clue. You're watching Nothing to Do That TV. Your favorite. Turn off that and turn off those the TV. Curl up to your computer and watch Nothing to Do That TV Variety Special 5. That's right. Tonight we have a very special guest. Robert Farmalo.
Yes, greetings.
Greetings. Farmalo is here from the planet Farmalo.
It's great to be here tonight, joined electronically with so many people out there in the world, and with my terrific host, Rob Strike. And it's going to be wonderful to talk about various important subjects that come to mind, like quenching cold glasses of milk, and also Royal Crown Cola.
An empty bottle here, but this is it. It's all about the RC Cola. RC Cola, RC. Roman Catholic, made with holy water.
Yes, we could talk about unimportant things like peak oil or global climate change or the growing tension between the Muslim world and the rest of humanity. We could talk about all of these things, and we could go on and on and on about child poverty, and bird flu, and computer virus crossovers. But what good would it do when really, really important things need to be talked about? My host, for example, a man who normally would have a lot of questions for a guest like me. I am for sale, and I'm a bargain. Normally my host would have questions for me, but you see, I've decided to take over his show and become the questioner.
That's good.
Because I do have a clue, and my clue is made of glue. I have a gluey clue, and here it is. Rob, when did you decide that you wanted to become an international video personality? What age?
I was 10 years old, and it was Christmas of 1988, and my father bought a video camera, and so I would make crazy pop goes. I would take this music from Men Without Hats.
Oh yes.
And I made like 1,000 Pop Goes the World videos of like, you know,
Pop
Johnny
Goes
played
the
the guitar,
World.
Johnny played the bass. The name of the band is the Human Race. Everybody, have you heard? Pop Goes the World. And I made about
You do a pretty good pop.
I made
actually.
about.
Do you simulate it while you do this, or do you do it for real when you pop?
Oh, I just do it for real.
Because I have. Have you ever tried to pop? Here, no, seriously, out there, and this is important. This is really. You try popping.
Your life will not be complete unless
I
you
can't
pop.
do it very well. Listen to this. You have to be careful you don't rip your lip open too. Show me. How do you pop again?
You just take your finger. You have to cup your mouth, so like the air just pops out. The air is actually gonna all pop out.
Oh, I get it.
I'll come up closer to the camera so they can see
Oh,
it.
you got to put some pressure. You got to put some pressure behind it. That's what I was doing wrong. Oh, I see. You got to push the air.
Yeah, try it. Try it there. I'll zoom in on you. He's trying that
I'm
there.
making a bigger noise, but I'm hurting my lip too.
Well, anyway,
There's obviously an art to this.
so we shot a video. We're running out of battery, so we'll strip through our first segment, which is we made this video there about the extraterrestrial party.
Oh, that's right.
So let's throw to that right now. We are the Gulag Party.
Gulags.
We are from the planet Gulag.
Gulags.
We have started the PC, the Progressive Canadian Extraterrestrial Party.
When you want to find a big fat lying politician, you can then shine the truth gun power beam on them and ask them the question, are you telling us a big fat lie? And they will have to say, I can't help myself. I have to tell you the truth. Yes, I'm lying.
As you vote for Gulag, when you put your ballots into the box, we will just transport the ballot into your hand, and then as you put it into the box, you will have our Gulag paper form, and you'll be voting Gulag.
Gulag is better.
Gulag, vote for the Gulag Party. I will vaporize you, tell the truth. That's true. That's true. That's true. That's true.
We've returned. My normal persona is once more intact.
Yes, so is mine. Yes, we're no longer the truth. You'll tell the truth. The truth I make you tell. You tell it.
Goofiness, the goofiness beam has been turned off, and I am my normal calm self. Politically correct and all of a piece.
Yes.
There's no content right now. It's mostly just sort of fluffy air filler. I'm thinking of it. Think of it as a confection of words spun effortlessly from a glib tongue that knows no rest but gives no nourishment.
Alright. So, let me tell you, let me ask you about something. Now, I'm new to to the public transportation system in Ottawa. I've just started experiencing that. Just a few months ago, I've had my car and I've gone without a car now. So, and you've rode the bus to work for quite a while. And what would you find the difference is between the bus and a car?
Well, the first word that comes to mind is comfort. And the next one that comes to mind is convenience. So we're into this kind of wonderful word of, the C words. And the other thing with convenience and comfort comes, another word that comes to mind, it's cash, as in money. And you see, convenience and comfort often can cost you cash. So we have 4 C's: convenience, comfort, cost, and cash. 4 C's of the difference between bus and car.
Yes.
Big difference is the comfort. Have to say, first thing that came to mind was those mornings when it was 20 below centigrade, and that's cold enough, believe me, and you have to get dressed and tromp out to the bus stop, which for me was a 10-minute walk. And then you get on the bus, and then you're in the bus, and of course you're dressed sensibly for 20 degrees below Celsius, but the bus is not that temperature, and you're inside the bus with about, well, because it's the morning and you're going to work, there are other people doing the same thing, and there are a lot of you, and you're all dressed up in various forms of sleeping bags that have been cut into things called clothing, and you're wearing boots and stuff like that, and everybody's in there, and you're all breathing the same air, and you're going to work, and it's wonderful, except for the fact that it's not 20 below in the bus, which is good, because, it's nice to be in somewhere warm, but at the same time, you're dressed for, well, you're starting to warm up, and it's uncomfortable, so maybe you have to take parts off or open things, and then the bus is getting ready to come to your stop, and you have to get everything together, all your little gloves and hats and things, scarf parts and bits that have to be. We're having a crisis, but that's okay.
Go ahead, our cameraman didn't show up tonight,
You
so
have to then have this whole deal of getting everything on again, and it doesn't sound like a big deal. And remember, we're living it up here in Canada. It's very nice, but that's the difference. In the car, if the car is working properly and everything's going well, you don't have these things going on. You just get in your car, and it's very nice. It's different.
And that was about it of the bus.
There's lots about the bus.
Oh yeah.
Lots and
Something
lots.
I would want to make reference to. I'm shooting this. I got a bit of a bunch of mucus in my throat, so I'm.
I won't ask you for lots of details about your.
Oh, I'd love to tell you about it.
I don't.
But some people might be wondering about the poster in the background, the film The Passion of the Christ, filmed by Mel Gibson. Why that's on my wall? Well, my sister works at a movie theater, and she gets me posters and stuff. I actually have a picture of the movie The Royal Tenenbaums here in my apartment, which I thought was an excellent movie. And so yeah, I have like 2 movie posters, and the rest is all white wall. But I like it that way. But yes, Farmalo. Robert Farmalo. I'm trying to think, what are you? Extraordinaire. Like what I say when I say Robert Farmalo. He's like, Robert Farmalo, like, fill in the blank, extraordinaire. Like,
I'm
fu
very
master
good.
Extraordinaire.
I'm very good at suffering, emotional suffering. I'm an expert on emotional suffering. I know about suffering emotionally, inside and out. I'm a world-class expert on the subject. I'm one of the best sufferers going. And I'm really good at suffering. Like, I'm really an expert at how to make suffering go on and on and also how to complicate suffering, how to have profound, complex suffering, and it's emotionally. And it's really a great expertise to have, and I think I'm at the point now where I'd like to not be an expert anymore on prolonged, complex suffering. I think I've had enough of it, but you see, because I'm an expert on it, I can't seem to stop being an expert. It's very hard to extract the expertness out of me, and so I'm going to have an expertotomy. I'm going to have my expert removed surgically by these doctors, these surgical doctors, who can go in there and remove the suffering part, the expertness on suffering. It's quite a complicated procedure, but I know, and many people don't survive this operation, but I think it's worth a try.
So that's what you're extraordinaire. Tell us about a bit about kung fu. Like you were studying in the martial arts before it was fashionable. Like when there was Bruce Lee. Like this is like the 70s, right? When there was like this. You were into this scene,
Yes, but in all honesty, I mean, well, what is it that you're asking? You're just trying to set me off?
No, actually, I'm trying to find out, because that was a cool scene. Like, I liked the movies that are from the 70s, like those, that's what I would think of the Kung Fu movies, Bruce Lee. That sort of thing. Oh, I love that part. When you showed me that movie,
Five Fingers of Death.
5 Fingers of Death. He gave me that movie, Mr. Farmalo here, gave me that movie one day to watch, and I was like, wow. What a cinematic triumph.
You never knew they made cheese in China, boy, until you see 5 Fingers of Death.
It's like...
It's the black diamond.
My equivalent
cheese.
to that would be a movie I made a few years ago. It wasn't martial arts, but it was called the Killer Balloon with Rabies series.
Huh.
I made 3 of them, and man, I set out to make the most cheesiest movies ever, and I still do, because I am the self-proclaimed king of cheese when it comes to movies shot on video. Film, I have no use for film. This stuff here, I shoot it, it's edited right away on my little computer.
You're the master of Velveeta?
Yes, there's no processing, lighting or whatever, all that crap. It's like we had a little technical problem here with our little low-budget television show on the internet. It took me like a few seconds to fix the malfunction. And a big, huge, billion-dollar TV show, they'd be down for weeks. They'd be having to deal with the unions, and you'd have these people saying, "That's not my job." Well, that's not my job, and all that crap. All that bureaucratic crap that goes on in a studio. It's like we got 2 people in this apartment today, and we can produce a TV show like as you can on the internet. Anybody can have their own TV show if you wanted it. Excuse me. Percy Cola, this is good stuff. There's nothing in this, even though I'm sitting here holding a glass like that guy on the show Trailer Park Boys, where he's always got the thing in his hand, the glass with the rum and Coke. Or maybe it's just Coke, I don't know.
You really don't know what's behind the facade. If we showed you how we made this, how it all comes true, you'd see right away what a fakeroo it is. We aren't even real people. Ha! You think we're real. You think that's a real glass. You think we're actually here in an apartment.
We are the gulags.
There's a lot of deception going on here already. You see, he's not even actually here right now doing this. He's a computer-generated image that you think is Rob Strike. Rob Strike isn't even here right now. We've completely fooled you. You see how complicated my grieving is, my suffering. It's very complicated. Because I can't actually be around people, so I had to have this computer-generated. Do you understand the depth of Strike's cinematic genius? He's not even here. And it's all because it was concerned for my suffering. My deep, deep suffering. One of the things I suffer the most about is fried chicken. I love fried chicken. But I can't eat it because it makes me fat. And I don't want to be fat. And another thing that really bothers me is chocolate. Because I love chocolate. I love eating it. I love it. I love it.
Oh. Oh.
But if I eat it, I get fat. And I don't want to be fat. There is great, you see? It's everywhere. You know another thing I really love is ice cream. I love mochaccino ice cream. The creamy part that has the little chunky bits in it.
They're like mint chip. I got mint chip.
And this is another kind I am actually quite crazy about. And by coincidence, he has some. I'm just holding it against my head.
And I have chocolate. I have chocolate.
I'm sucking this in through my forehead. Oh, it's no good.
That's the chocolate. That's the chocolate.
See how evil that is? You see,
Chocolate.
once I start eating it, I won't be able to stop. And I won't stop at the chocolate bar. It'll be both those containers of ice cream, plus then I'll have to have Chinese food. I guarantee you I'll have to have the Chinese food. The takeaway, yes. The chicken balls, oh yes, baby. And some, can you hear that? Listen to this. Can you hear that?
Almonds. Almonds. Arr.
That's the sound of genuine chocolate eating. Are you fat? Are you fat? Are you really fat? I want to know. Come on, be honest. Look. Look at that. See? Look.
We can't see too well in that camera angle. Go up to the camera and show the people on the internet.
Look, that's huge, man. That's a cannonball of blubber. Look. Eh? You see that? That's fat.
I'd show you mine, but mine would put yours to shame.
Anyway, I want all the fat people to just pull their fatness out and show their fatness. Be proud. You got chunk. Come on, you can grab it. Look, it's like pizza dough. Look at mine. I can make it wiggle. We can draw pretty faces using my hairy,
Don't
linty...
worry, you don't have the keg I do, and your choice
Oh,
mine.
no, mine's bigger. Look, come on, that's more flat than his. Look, I win!
No.
I bet you it's bigger than yours out there, eh? Hey? Come on.
I look like I'm pregnant for crying out loud. Look at that gut.
Nah, he's immature belly. He's still young, he doesn't have the deep, solid pork chops set in, okay? Does he? Come on. Rewind it and play it back and tell me the truth. Is that deep-seated pork chop fat yet? Do you see the deep, hardcore marbling in his fat? No. Still young.
I pushed my gut out too.
And you see? He admits to it. Flagrant Olympic cheating on the fat push-out, you know?
Well, I'll suck it in. I'll show you it sucked in. That's sucked in. I don't know if you can see it because it's so pasty. That's pushed out.
Now he's got it going, man. He's got the pump. We're talented.
Every week. Last week we had Ben showing his muscles, and now we have the Robs showing their guts.
It's a flexible situation.
I thought that was bad enough last time with Ben showing his muscles, and I'm sitting... Damn, I love Ben, my brother, but he's like showing his muscles on TV and just flexing. He went into this for like 5 minutes just showing his muscles. I'm like, what the frick do I do here?
I know. Someone takes over that way, eh?
Oh, but it was... I didn't edit it. I could cut it.
You went with it.
I went with it because, hey, that's Ben. You know, that's his thing. He's part of Nothing to Do.tv's world, of the Nothing to Do.tv animated universe that, you know, we do on our little Commodore 64 computer. You know, and if you want to save it, you play and record on the tape recorder.
So you got a kind of a fair attitude. You like to share, let them be a bit out there for a while. You're not all anal about it and freaking out, and you're going to run with some stuff that, maybe other people would consider a complete waste of time.
This is nothing to do.tv. You typed in your computer, nothing to do.tv,
It is self-explanatory.
And you probably have a better computer than I do.
Yeah, and when you think about it, nothing to do, that does pretty much say it all. And if you're watching us, you really do have nothing to do. Let's be honest about this. If you've done a fat comparison study, portion of our program.
Well, there's other stuff. That's the sort of thing that's on the internet that I read about. I was reading about a web page that was talking about, I'll get a picture up, maybe, of how, not that, sorry, the chocolate made me burp.
You should never say your mantra out loud like that, buddy. It's not a good thing.
My what?
Nothing. Forget it.
This is nothing to do.tv. It's like, it doesn't matter, man.
It was an old joke that I made, and maybe one of you out in the audience
someone probably got it. I didn't get it at all.
It's good though. That's all right. Don't worry about it.
It went right over my head. Anyway.
Yeah, what were you saying?
Oh yeah, how white bread makes you get a big gut. And it also gives you gas and heartburn too. But also, I guess white bread would consider a pizza when you eat pizza dough.
That's
it's
true.
White. It's whole wheat flour, or not whole wheat. It's
Enriched
bleach
white flour.
Bleach white flour. So if we can be a little bit educational to the people that maybe 2 or 3 people that are watching this that don't know this.
Are you out there though?
I don't know. Out of I think it's like, for this show, I think there's probably about, the last one we had up there is like, I think about maybe, was it 300 to 500, 300 people might have downloaded it in the month of its release. So, and then maybe over a period of 4 months, maybe a few thousand people watched it.
That's a lot of people when you think about it. Seriously?
Yeah.
So, okay, about the pizza dough thing,
Yeah.
and the white bread, and the fatness, and the flatulence, the wind, the whitey wind, what about it? So, and yes?
So it makes you get a big gut, it makes you put on weight. Hey, I'm about 5'11", and I weighed about 120 pounds for a good part of my late teenage life and early 20s. I was very skinny. A gust of wind would come by and blow me off. You watch some video clips of me from earlier. I look, a lot skinnier. I'm about 185 pounds now. So I put on a little bit of weight.
You got some chunk.
I'm glad about that. I wanted to put on some weight. My parents would take me to breakfast restaurants and try to fatten me up, and it took years.
Do you like waffles when you go out to them breakfasts?
No, I get home fries.
Oh yeah.
Eggs and back bacon, or as you Americans out there watching call it Canadian bacon. We don't call it Canadian bacon in Canada. We just call it pea-meal bacon or back bacon.
Yeah, I got some good pork deals today at the store where they sell pork, and it got me some good pork chops waiting. And I'll tell you, boy, I'm hungry right now, and I'm thinking 10 or 15 pork chops cooked up right now with some applesauce and some home-fried pan brown potatoes. Buckaroo! Maybe a side of some fried onions and some mushrooms, and gosh only knows what else I could have there. I could have some coleslaw too, because I love that freshly made coleslaw, but boy, just the pork chops on their own would be good, a big stack of pork chops. Yep, and you eat them up, and then what happens is you eat a whole bunch more, and then you eat some more, and then you have to call in sick the next day because you ate a lot of pork chops, but it's worth it, man. Man, 10, 12 pork chops later, you're feeling pretty good.
Yeah. So maybe we should throw to another segment. I got a few of them lined up, so...
Have a good pork chop, and if you're kosher, there's other alternatives to the swine.
Where did I put that remote?
We're in the city. Look! That's where Thor lives.
Daddy, I want McDonald's. Dad. Daddy.
This is really weird.
Daddy, I want McDonald's. You're weird.
Shut up, kid! What you doing?
Guys,
Shut up!
guys, just watch
Shut up!
I got
Shut up!
I see the head.
See that?
Oh yeah! This is never gonna happen again.
Oh my god! Oh, I didn't get a shot of it turn.
Amazing. 100,000 kilometers.
Instant winner?
Shadow, wait, Shadow, and his girlfriend Cass, the big Shadow. Okay.
And we have a language here in Canada. It's called double double.
You're not gonna post this on the internet, are you?
No. I just don't order. Are you ordering?
Where he's going now?
Look at the bacon on that.
Yeah, I stuffed it full of bacon.
They don't normally give the customers that much bacon.
Go on strike! Download all the segments that you see on The Variety Show exclusively on RobbieStrike.com. Go on strike! The Puggies!
Look at the girl.
Look at the pretty face. Look at the... Look at the beautiful dog.
Look at this statue.
Oh.
Look at her, it's Oprah.
You don't like that statue or something. The sadness. Oh.
Even a statue, a dog will sniff the statue's bum.
Oh, poochie poochie.
Oprah! Oprah!
Would Ben be lost if we didn't have that huge mirror in front of the door? Oh, there's a tall one.
Wish my dick was this big.
That'd be a burden.
Wish my dick was this big. 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 Wish my dick was this big.
The bone! I got the bone!
I didn't know what to say. I was hanging by strings.
Charlie, I think you're
Oh, there he goes. Starting to strip again.
Ben, people are emailing us on our website, calling us a bunch of fags after you've done that. That's they're mean. They're saying mean things to us. Look at him. He does that all the time, and then people go onto my message board and call us gay.
They're jealous of me because I got a sexy body.
And the women email for Ben's email address, and Ben doesn't use a computer. And they want to chat with Ben on the internet. So Ben can say, "You're just jealous of me, Napoleon, because I've been chatting with babes online all day long."
The Puggies! Buy a copy of the best of NothingToDo.tv for only $22. Video is available on DVD and VHS. Email Robbie_Strike@yahoo.com for information on how to send checks and money orders. Shipping and handling included inside Canada and the United States.
Can we do it now?
Yes.
Oh my goodness! You're the most beautiful thing I've ever seen!
You're the ugliest thing I've ever seen.
Okay, we're back, and I have no idea what segment we just had, but I don't care. This is nothing to do that TV.
Frank and brutal truth.
Yes. Amen. Amen to that. Praise the Lord. Gotta say that the Lord was blessed to me today. I just felt His presence today while driving. I'm glad of that. He was, just ministering to my heart, and it just felt like good feelings all day. And it was it was like a first day of spring after all winter long. I'm wearing my shorts today, showing off my sexy legs. Hey, ladies. Yeah. Anyway, it was just one of them blessed days today. Like it was like snow was melting off the ground, and it was just it was nice. I like that. That's the sort of stuff that I like. I was in a happy mood. I was going into customers, smiling. It's big freaking. Here's your stuff. Here's a sign here. Okay. Can I get you to print your name here and sign here? And if you're nice enough, can you put the time in for me too, so I don't have to do that?
Oh.
But it looks like Mr. Farmalo.
No, I just need the sandpaper on my face there for a moment. It hit me.
What?
Rob, you've got a real future with facial comedy.
Oh, yes.
You do. You have an elastic quality that is hard to come by, and it's from practice that you've developed it, and it's really going someplace. All over your face too, but it's going someplace. You're creating the shtick, the sort of strike face capabilities are starting to be known and projected forward and all that sort of stuff. But quite aside from that, you're really down on the face, and you're gonna really get it going.
Enough about me. I don't want to talk about me on my show. It's like,
Oh.
I want to do the whole yelling thing too. Like, I don't want to do it.
It's like this. It's a
I can't zoom in on it.
facial comedy.
Go toward the camera there.
Facial comedy. Facial comedy. This is the man having a baby. Facial comedy.
Breathe. 1, 2, 3, 4.
This is a man. This is a man on his. This is a man looking at you, trying to. I've got to go away soon. Oh, my poor ear. Have you ever had a strange comedian make a noise that goes right into your ear? I think what I'm going to do is I'm going to tell you that the next time I'm going to do the Primitive Courier rock video with Rob here, okay, with Strike. Okay? And we're going to do the Primitive Courier rock video. And it goes something like this. It's very good. First of all, you have to plug in the guitar. And then it goes like this. Hello, could you tell me, are you... Are you by any chance... Are you by any chance, could you possibly be... Could you be a primitive courier by any chance? And actually, are you a primitive courier? But are you a primitive courier? He could be. Oh, he's dead now. So that's what you might expect from us. A little sequential sequence. But until then, I want to say goodnight to you because I have to go away now. I'm sorry, but I do.
It's hot in this apartment.
Love you. Bye.
Good night.
That was a lot of work. We worked hard for you. Very hard. Thousands of people. Oh my God. I don't know about you, but during the evening when I'm doing stuff, I feel the weight of the day's job. I know I worked a day already.